is crowned the national champion. There it is. Back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
The last two national championships in college football belong to the Georgia Bulldogs. And joining us now is the head coach of that championship team, Kirby Smart. Kirby, I miss being in the SEC with you.
We miss having you. I tell you what, tough life without you down here.
Well, it seems like you're doing pretty well without me. But I don't know if you know, we are celebrating our 10th season on this show. But for you, when you look back at what has changed in college football over the last 10 years, what has stood out to you?
The pageantry's grown. The rivalries have grown. I think all the talk about the playoffs and what's going on with NIL and portal, that's the biggest probably difference, I think, of what's going on. But it's really been similar to me. I mean, I've been in the SEC for like 25 years now, it feels like, and a lot of that doesn't change. The passion and the rivalries is the part I love the most.
I love that you love the passion and the rivalries, but when you look at all the other changes that you did mention, Coach, what has been the most difficult for you to deal with when you talk NIL and the transfer portal and all of that?
Probably just that. We take a lot of pride in retention, so we really believe that what we bring in our program and what we develop is better time spent than what we can get out of the portal. So we try to dig a little deeper and sell to kids that, hey, if you stick around, it's going to pay off in the long run. Doesn't always happen that way, and we've gotten some really good players out of the portal, but I just prefer to grow a kid from a 17-year-old freshman to a 21-year-old senior and have that relationship. That relationship matters a lot more to me.
We're going to see those players on display today. You're going on the road for the first time in the oldest rivalry in the SEC, facing Auburn. How did you prepare your team for this one, and what concerns you most about the Tigers?
Well, preparing is hard when you go on the road in the SEC. You can't simulate what it feels like to have that many people yelling and screaming, and you have to be able to kind of block out the imposters. So Auburn is a very dangerous football team because when you have a new staff and a new program, there's usually complete buy-in. And you see them playing really physical, really hard. They've got a good run game, athletic quarterback, and one of the best defenses in the country. So they've got them playing really physical and hard. You can tell they've bought in to Hugh Freeze in the program.
You've coached a lot of great Georgia teams. What makes this one so special?
Well, I feel like I know these kids so well. I feel like we've got a group that has been here for a while. I've got one of the best group of leaders, seniors that we've had. It may not have as many first rounders as some of the other ones, but they have been in our program for a long time. They've been through the ups and downs because these guys have won 2 national championships, but they also had the COVID experience. So these guys have kind of seen it all.
And they're learning under you. And, Coach, you just coached in your 100th game last week. You have the most wins in those 100 games of any SEC coach, and that's pretty incredible when you think about Nick Saban, who you coached under, Bear Bryant, Steve Spurrier. Can you even put into words the magnitude of that, and what do you attribute that success to?
Yeah, those names you mentioned are some high company, and I never even fathomed putting myself or our staff or our organization in the likes of those names. But you attribute it to team kind of chemistry. Everybody in this university buys in, and we've got a great location geographically to really good football players. We've got a great institution for academics. So it's a whole family buy-in, and everybody's bought into that.
When you're not at that desk or on the field, you're on the sidelines of your 3 kids and their sports. And these are not little sports. We're talking about travel baseball, tennis, volleyball, I think. And you're shaking your head. So I've just got to know, as a coach at such a high level, when you're on the sidelines watching your kids and a sports dad, how does that make you a better coach, or does it?
Yeah, I think it's played on my patience because I'm very passionate about my kids' sports, and I'm very passionate about our team. So I sometimes see the father side of things, especially maybe in tennis, where you can't control a lot of things. You got to sit back and let them play. That's probably helped me become a better coach, to just allow the guys to play.
Coach, you do it all. I don't know how you find time. How do you find the time to not only be a coach, be a mentor, and be an incredible dad at the same time? How do you manage it all?
What's important now? It's a big saying we have now. And when I get overwhelmed or I feel like I'm a little too deep, I just say, what's important now?
Oh.
And besides that, I didn't shave, so I found more time by not shaving. And you save time. You can save maybe 5-10 minutes a day that way. It looks like I achieved that today.
I love it. I just felt like you were really comfortable with us. I appreciate that. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you,
Yes.
Coach. Always great to see you. Good luck.
Y'all too. Thank y'all. Take care.